This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, the timber being used in an Otago Polytechnic construction has the building industry talking. We'll find out why. The humble moth attracts government funding in a bid to get South Island school pupils keen on science. And students in the world's southernmost pole dancing class prepare for a showcase. Good evening, I'm Rebecca Dupree. A unique construction project has broken soil in Dunedin to benefit those studying in the city. The $20 million building is part of the Otago Polytechnic's new student accommodation village. It's going to be the largest structure of its kind made from cross-laminate timber in New Zealand, and that has the building industry talking.
The stone foundations are being laid for the Otago Polytechnic's top-class student accommodation. The student village will include single rooms, studios and 4-bedroom apartments. But it's the use of renewable wood from Nelson that has the building industry interested.
It's a unique building, and I think it's the only one of its kind, certainly in Dunedin, that's made of the timber construction that it's using, so this cross-laminate timber.
The 5-storey building is the largest by volume to be built in New Zealand. It will comprise very little steel, making it lighter and more suited to the reclaimed land site. And that's led to a different approach to drilling the foundation holes.
It's stone columns, and it's using aggregate and vibrating it in, as opposed to hitting something really hard with a bit of steel. It's certainly being used a lot in Christchurch, and it's technology that we've brought down specifically for this project. 700
piles will be going into the ground in the coming months.
We hope to do around 30 a day. So we've got 4 or 5 weeks of piling activities to get the ground stabilisation right before we can then start building.
This stage of construction needs only a handful of workers on site. But in the coming weeks, up to 120 workers will be building full time.
The Dunedin market is hugely busy at the moment construction-wise, because the universities have released a lot of projects, the hospital's releasing projects, Mercy Hospital's doing projects, so it's a real busy time in the industry.
The project has been in the planning stage for 3 years and is expected to be finished by February 2018, ready for a new intake of students. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
A Dunedin family is reeling after losing the bulk of their possessions in a house fire this morning. The blaze is believed to have begun in the laundry room of this Mulford Street house in Concord at about 8:30 a.m. The occupants managed to get out of the house safely before fire crews responded to the emergency call. The home was reportedly well involved by the time firefighters arrived at the address. It's understood the house is owned by Housing New Zealand and the occupants are not insured. In the last few days, there have also been significant house fires in Bluff and Invercargill. South Island primary school pupils are learning about the importance of moths at Orokonui Eco Sanctuary. They're part of a government-funded program aiming to get pupils interested in moths and science in general, and their work is set to influence national research.
Southern pupils have been helping to make the Beginner's Guide to Macro Moths in Māori and English. They're participating in a Curious Minds funded program at the Orokonui Eco Sanctuary in Dunedin. Landcare research scientist and program facilitator Barbara Anderson says the brochures are dedicated to Te Kura Kaupapa because of the lack of educational resources available in Māori.
Visiting them made us realise that there is a serious lack of resources for Māori in Māori, and so we have lots of immersion Māori schools, primary schools in New Zealand, but they have really few science resources in Te Reo Māori. And that means that we have fewer and fewer kids coming through into sciences, and we need that diversity in science because that's what makes science great.
She says for kids to be interested, they need to have knowledge.
The idea behind that is that people care about things that they know more about, and the more they know about them, the more they'll care about them, the more they'll value them, and then we'll be able to look after our moths better, because moths are a huge part of our native biodiversity.
Anderson says there are about 2,000 catalogued moth species in New Zealand, but hundreds that still haven't been named or described. The hands-on second part of the project allows pupils to experiment and come up with research ideas. Auckland moth taxonomist showed them how to pin moths on a board before they gave it a go.
And they've spent 3 days here, and we've gone through the whole process of making a scientific experiment, coming up with a question, treatment, control, reference sites, and putting out the traps, measuring all the covariates around it.
2 students and a teacher from 12 different schools around the South Island participated in the project. They'll be taking what they've learnt at the Eco Sanctuary and setting up their own projects at their respective schools.
So we've got a huge experiment that's going to run across the whole of the South Island, and then we'll pull all the data, and we're hoping to write it up as a paper.
Participants seem to be enjoying the exercise.
Really lots, and I really want to become a scientist when I'm older.
The project is led by Landcare Research in conjunction with the University of Otago, Kaitahu, Orokonui and Te Kura Kaupapa. Siobhan Watson, The South Today.
Otago's tertiary institutions are performing well according to the latest industry rankings. The University of Otago has topped the country in all but one of the official key indicators measuring the educational performance of students. That's shown in the latest rankings by the Tertiary Education Commission. Otago University is also among the world's top 2 to 3% of universities. Simultaneously, Otago Polytechnic is leading the country in the percentage of students who successfully complete qualifications and courses. It's also second in New Zealand for retaining students. Members of the world's southernmost pole dancing club are gearing up for their student showcase in Invercargill tonight. The women have been hard at work for months preparing for the event, and nerves are running high.
Months of strengthening their core muscles, learning to spin and dance, all leading to tonight's performance. South Pole Pole Dancing Studios holding their student showcase at the Invercargill Repertory House at 7:30, and everyone's in their final stages of preparation.
Well, for me, pointed toes is a really big thing. Being nice and tall and good posture is really good for pole dancing. Also using your flexibility as much as you can, as well as strength.
For many of the performers, this will be the first time they show their talents to the public. Collier says it's a big moment for the women.
The girls are quite nervous, but I think they're also very excited. This is a great opportunity for them to show their friends and their families what they've been doing every week. And yeah, it's a lot of hard work that's going to pay off.
There are multiple classes per week and upwards of 50 women in the club. Collier says this is an activity a range of people can get involved in for self-expression, fitness and to feel sexy.
We have women all different shapes and sizes. That's what pole dancing is all about. You don't have to be a particular size or shape. Anybody can do it.
She says anyone who's considering getting involved should pop into South Pole Studio on Leet Street and check it out. Ruby Spink, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, we find out which singer is about to deliver the national anthem at Forsyth Bar Stadium, and bodybuilders from Queenstown scoop national titles.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
The 2016 Dunedin Relay for Life will be held on the 19th and 20th of November at Forsyth Bar Stadium. The event will be full of fun, entertainment and team spirit. The Relay for Life is a 24-hour event where you and your team take part in walking a track to support local people affected by cancer.
Hi there, my name's John Moyle and I am a cancer survivor. I had cancer 10 years ago and I'll be all clear in December this year, 10 years, so it's a great accomplishment. The Cancer Society did amazing work in Otago and I've met made some good friends and met some good people through that. Relay for Life is one of their major fundraisers for the year, and I stress it's really important people to get behind it. It's great fun, and since I've moved into Forsyth Bar, the weather's not an issue. So get amongst it, raise some money, get your friends and family, workmates together, and get down and support the Relay for Life, because the things that Cancer Society do for the people in Otago in the way of services, providing support for families and people going through cancer treatment. We want to see you down there at Forsyth Bar, raising lots of money, having lots of fun, November this year.
Hi, I'm Nick. This is my third relay. We've had lots of fun fundraising for the Relay for Life this year. We've been doing cheese rolls with real onion. We've been selling raffles and have a quiz night coming up, which we're busy collecting prizes for that. We've had so much fun doing this in the past years. Can't wait to do it again. Hope to see you there.
It's not too late to join in the fun. Register now, relayforlife.org.nz.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
We need your help to rebuild our animal centre urgently. Please give a little today.
Come one, come all to the Oamaru Victorian Heritage Celebrations, a year to reflect on the intriguing world of medicine in the Victorian era. 16th to the 20th of November, www.vhc.co.nz for more information.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garrador.
Welcome back. A Dunedin singer is about to deliver one of the most prestigious performances of her life to date. She's singing New Zealand's national anthem at Forsyth Bar Stadium for a rugby final this evening. The rising soprano has just graduated with a master's degree in music and released an album in the process.
Well, she's not an underachiever. At 23 years old, Dunedin soprano Sophie Morris received her master's in music with distinction this year, on top of her Bachelor of Music with Honours and a Bachelor of Commerce. And tonight she's singing the New Zealand national anthem before the NPC rugby final at Forsyth Bar Stadium.
Yeah, great feeling. So the first time was for the Rugby League, Four Nations, back in 2014. That was singing the English national anthem. So this time round to be able to sing God Defend New Zealand is a big buzz. So I'm looking forward to tonight, yeah.
At her sound check this afternoon, Morris ran through the anthem twice ahead of tonight's performance. She's no stranger to singing big tunes like anthems, and as part of her master's thesis has released a CD of songs from the stage.
So it's a mix of songs to try and encompass, I guess, for me, the feeling and the magic of being on stage. So it's 10 tracks that cover mostly musical theatre, but then a bit of a nod to my classical training as well, so a few classical crossover tracks.
She's released the songs digitally through the online music sites Bandcamp, iTunes and Spotify. Morris says she intends to spend the next few years travelling the world, auditioning for parts and following a career in music. So she's finding her place in the world thanks to studying humanities at Otago University. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
A couple of Queenstown bodybuilders are celebrating their success at the National Championships held in Wellington recently. The event involved more than 140 competitors in over 40 categories, and the Southern duo are now preparing for next year's South Pacific Champs in Sydney.
It's not every day Queenstown bodybuilders Danny King and Darren Schwalger get to swap bicep curls for beers and burgers. Hi, I'm Johnny Appleby in Queenstown with two medal winners from the National Bodybuilding Champs in Wellington. Both former rugby players, they weren't always interested in the lights of the competition stage, but since they've started, there's been no looking back. Darren Schwalger, in his first year of competing, won gold in the classic physique class.
Yeah, it felt really good. Like, you know, you put in all the hard work, and yeah, it's nice to be rewarded and you know, recognise that you have put in that hard work to get the win.
And Danny King was second in the men's physique class.
I was hoping for top 3 was my goal, so to get second was pretty good. Pretty happy. It was a lot of hard work and a bit of a mental challenge to get there, but no, I'm pretty stoked though, so yeah, pretty happy.
In competition mode, the pair must stick to a twice daily training regime of weights and cardio exercise, as well as a strict diet.
Yeah, you definitely miss the beers on prep, miss the burgers and the beers, so got to sacrifice to get to where you want to be. So
both men will continue to train in a sport proving to be addictive.
To take your physique to the next level, it's really rewarding when you get there, and it's, you know, you can't buy it, you can't inherit it. You sort of have to work really hard to get to these competitions and earn the medals, and I think that's what's motivating for me to keep striving to better myself.
And the lure of more national titles helps both men to set the benchmark even higher. I'm Johnny Appleby for the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, a Dunedin reservoir is about to get a multi-million-dollar makeover, and an Invercargill City Council initiative proves so popular that it's being extended.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
We need your help to rebuild our animal centre urgently. Please give a little today.
Come one, come all to the Oamaru Victorian Heritage Celebrations, a year to reflect on the intriguing world of medicine in the Victorian era. 16th to the 20th of November, www.vhc.co.nz for more information.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
The 2016 Dunedin Relay for Life will be held on the 19th and 20th of November at Forsyth Bar Stadium. The event will be full of fun, entertainment and team spirit. The Relay for Life is a 24-hour event where you and your team take part in walking a track to support local people affected by cancer.
Hi there, my name's John Moyle and I am a cancer survivor. I had cancer 10 years ago and I'll be all clear in December this year, 10 years, so it's a great accomplishment. The Cancer Society did amazing work in Otago and I've made some good friends and met some good people through that. Relay for Life is one of their major fundraisers for the year, and I stress it's really important people to get behind it. It's great fun, and since I've moved into Forsyth Bar, the weather's not an issue. So get amongst it, raise some money, get your friends and family, workmates together, and get down and support the Relay for Life, because the things that Cancer Society do for the people in Otago in the way of services, providing support for families and people going through cancer treatment. But we want to see you down there at Forsyth Bar, raising lots of money, having lots of fun, November this year.
Hi, I'm Nick. This is my third relay. We've had lots of fun fundraising for the Relay for Life this year. We've been doing cheese rolls with real onion. We've been selling raffles and have a quiz night coming up, which we're busy collecting prizes for that. We've had so much fun doing this in the past years. Can't wait to do it again. Hope to see you there.
It's not too late to join in the fun. Register now, relayforlife.org.nz.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up.
Thursday night is Motorsport Night, proudly brought to you by multi-award winning Garrador.
Welcome back. A multi-million-dollar upgrade of the Ross Creek Reservoir in Dunedin is about to begin. The Dunedin City Council is tendering for the construction work, expected to start in January and take 18 months. The project budget is listed on the council's website as $6.7 million. It's expected to save the council millions in future expenses to do with the city's water supply. During the upgrade, popular walking tracks around the reserve will be closed to the public. Signs will be installed warning people of the construction site, which will be fenced off. A new initiative in the centre of Invercargill is being extended on the back of its early success. The concept was spearheaded by the Invercargill City Council to get more people utilising the CBD. And this weekend there's an extra treat in store for children.
Food Truck Fridays are here to stay for another month. Hi, I'm Ruby in Invercargill here at Wakna Place on a drizzly Friday. But that's not keeping the customers at bay.
The public has, that we've dealt with, have absolutely loved it. Really supportive, even in the rain. Like the last couple of hours we've had a pretty steady morning.
The Invercargill City Council originally created the initiative to last 5 weeks, but due to popular demand have brought it back.
The feedback from the vendors has been amazing. They say that they're getting lots of repeat customers and new customers. The public have emailed us and called our customer service and said, please continue, don't stop, this is so cool.
It's all done in hopes to bring people out and about during their lunch breaks. Currently the range of food spans burgers, hot dogs, donuts, chop suey, and that's just the beginning.
Well, we're doing trick-or-treating in the CBD. And that starts this Saturday, so all of the retailers, the majority, from Dawn S, Kelvin, Tay D, and Tay Street are giving out trick-or-treats to primary school and under. And then after that we will be doing a Christmas market.
As for me, I can't wait to see how this develops and hopefully get some meat-free options. Ruby Spink, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. Construction is underway on Otago Polytechnic's $20 million student village, set to open in 2018. Primary pupils from around the South Island are learning about science and moth conservation at Orokonui Eco Sanctuary in Dunedin. And the world's southernmost pole dancing club is holding a student showcase in Invercargill, aiming to get more people into the sport. Well, it's time now to find out what's going to be inside tomorrow's Otago Daily Times, and Deputy Editor Craig Page joins us. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, we're going to continue our investigation into the Delta and Aurora power pole saga, which has taken up so much news space this week with us. Of course, claims that they've neglected repairing the poles over years, and it's got to the stage now there's almost 3,000 dangerous poles in Dunedin that need urgent repair in the next 12 months. We're having a catch up tomorrow with DCH Chair Graham Crombie, who gives an explanation of sorts for it. He's also said there could be some consequences for Delta staff down the track. So we've also talked to whistleblower, Richard Healy. He's the man that broke the story through the ODT late last week. He tells his reasons for going public on the issues, a former Delta worker himself. And Chris Morris has a look back on the history of Delta and how it's managed to get itself in this difficult situation. Big story, and I think there's going to be a lot more headlines out of it over coming weeks as well. We've got more on the house fire in Concord this morning, believed to have started in the laundry. We've spoken to the family. It's a father and 3 teenage daughters living in the house. They're now homeless and off to live with his parents in the meantime. We've already got 7 in their house, so it's going to be a bit of a squeeze for a while until they can get themselves sorted out. Our weekend mix, we look at the history of stained glass in Dunedin, New Zealand. Talk to local artist Brian Miller, who's produced a book. Talks about the glory days, I guess, of stained glass, where everyone was wanting windows in their homes. Now it's pretty much a refurbishment type job, and not many artists around. And finally, rugby tonight, Otago, looking to get back into the top echelon of national provincial rugby by beating North Harbour and hopefully in the championship, get up to the premiership for next year. We'll have full coverage of that.
They'll be pretty pleased to have a roof over their stadium tonight.
Certainly will.
For sure. Details in tomorrow's ODT. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
Time now for tomorrow's weather.
This weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Manuka Honey.
Here is today's southern view. It's taken of a playground. To the situation, cold sou'westers and showers will remain tonight. They may bring some snow on the ranges. We can expect, though, a sunny period or two tomorrow and a fine day on Sunday thanks to an anticyclone. So we're looking for showers clearing with southerly winds in Balclutha and the Catlins tomorrow, both on 8 degrees, becoming fine with southerlies easing for Gore and Lumsden on 9 degrees. Becoming fine with southerlies still persisting for Alexandra, Queenstown, Tiano and Wanaka tomorrow, highs of around 8 or 9 degrees. Showers clearing and southerlies easing for Oamaru and Timaru tomorrow, becoming fine in Omarama and Twizel with southerly winds both on 8 degrees. And Dunedin tonight, rain easing to showers. The gusty sou'westers will persist though, dropping to a low of 3 degrees. Tomorrow, showers clearing, but some cloud will remain. Cold southerlies will die out, go for a high of 9. And on Sunday, fine and sunny with light easterlies, a high of 13, and probably your best bet for washing day in Dunedin. And in Invercargill tonight, showers clearing, sou'westers and a low of 1. Tomorrow, showers clearing again with sunny periods increasing during the day. Sou'westers also easing. Frosts are possible, unfortunately, in sheltered places at night, a high of 9. And on Sunday, and probably the best day for washing day, fine and sunny with light winds and a high of 14. And that is news from around the south. We'll leave you now with some shots from the week that was. We'll see you again on Monday. Good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.